On to the next level. That's ominous, isn't it? You know, I don't think the bike shows up in the anime either. It might. I don't think it does, though. And there's the pink-haired girl. Who? And you know what? I don't think the anime had hovercrafts either. That was pretty awesome. Why can't you do that in the game? Just wait for the sequel. That's a move you can perform pretty regularly in the sequel. Speaking of the sequel, I'm actually trying to decide how I'm going to do that, because like I did say previously, you do have 3 playable characters in Gungrave Overdose. I'm thinking it's going to be, I'm going to play, because you don't have access to all 3 characters right off the bat. I think I'm going to play through it a couple times and unlock everything, and then play through it again, and, like, show, like, one character for one level, and then show, like, another character playing through another level, and show off all their moves. Because... yeah, that's the best way to, like, show off as much of the game as possible. So, yeah, when I play through Overdose, that's going to be very heavily edited. So, Overdose may take a while to come out, depending on how much time I wind up allotting myself to be able to play Overdose, and when this comes out, and so on and so forth. Overdose is a great game. This is a great game. It's like, Gungrave is a great game, and Gungrave Overdose is an even better game. But I was still able to enjoy myself when I went back and played this after Overdose. And the thing is, like, another thing is, one of the things I wanted to do this playthrough about is not only to show off just how good this game is, but also to bitch about the anime. And I can't, like, complain about certain things about the anime without spoiling some of the game. But guess what? I already spoiled some of it for you anyway, by bringing up stuff about Lee, and bringing up stuff about bear walking, and... there is a theme about guys marrying girls significantly younger than them in the anime. Because when Harry first meets Bear Walken's daughter, Sherry, I think Harry's supposed to be, like, at his youngest, I think he's only supposed to be, like, 18 years old. He might be 20 for all I know. Meanwhile, Sherry, Harry first meets Sherry at a party, and Sherry's like 12. She's like 12 or 13 years old. And she has like a crush on him immediately. And he's like, hey, you want to like show me around the party or whatever? And she like takes him around and like introduces him to stuff. And Bear says to Brandon's like, hey, you might want to keep your friend away from my daughter. And Brandon's like, yeah, okay. Long story short, those two wind up getting hitched. Okay, sure. They wind up getting married when she's legal, but still, he's like 10 years older than her. Maybe less, I don't know. There's another example which I'll bring up when the time comes. Because it's a very specific scene that I need to talk about. This one is just demolition shot after demolition shot. I'll show you what Raging Inferno is right here. Because even though Raging Inferno is just a more powerful version of Bullet Dance, it still only takes out one demolition shot. Actually, Hellhound Roar might be better. Now I can use Raging Inferno up here. That's all it is. All Raging Inferno is Bullet Dance, and he jumps a bit. The only reason why I particularly use the first two demolition shots is because it saves me a couple seconds. The end result's pretty much the exact same either way. So yeah, my major criticisms with the anime is that it spends way too much time on the backstory, so there's not as much action as there could be. They had the opportunity to make the boss fights more interesting by making them more cinematic and adding more layers to it, which they don't. They wind up making Harry seem even more of a monster in the anime than they do in the games. And in the games, you kill him, but in the anime, Brandon forgives him for all the shit that he does. And in the anime, it's implied that Grave dies at the end, which is just stupid. And also, you had the whole thing where it's guys winding up with women who are significantly younger than them, which, like I say, is like that. You got the whole thing with Harry and Sherry, and the other one I'll bring up when the time comes. What else was there? They did have, like, one plot line in there which I was kind of okay with, where they showed, like, a prototype to the Necrolization Project, in which, Brandon teams up with, Bungie in order to fight these group of Necrolized soldiers, which, because they were, like, an early version of it, is they only lasted, I think, like, maybe 24 hours before they just shut down. And I can't remember if it was implied as, like, yeah, no matter what you do, you can't kill them, or if it was just because dead men, as they're called, are just so goddamn tough that Brandon and Bungie together just weren't powerful enough to kill them. Oh yeah, and in the animes, Grave does fight Bear Walking in his dojo. Because, yeah, even though he's a big old black guy, he's still, like, really into Japanese culture. I'm not sure why. And there's nothing wrong with it, it's just never explained. And he's got this really cool form. I'm gonna see if I can't get him to perform his, like, cinematic. Wow, I forgot how powerful he is. Good thing I unlocked all the demolition shots, because I'm not gonna unlock any more with a poor score like this. I'm gonna try and get him to, like, knock me up in the air to do his one move. Oh, I forgot to do it with Lee. Lee's move was that he does, like, a sweep kick with his sword leg and knocks you up in the air. And, like, does two more sweep kicks with his sword to, like, knock you up further, and then shoots you with his gun leg as you're falling. So yeah, that's the deal with Bear Walkin's form. Is he's got two machine gun arms, a rocket launcher arm, and a flamethrower arm. And in the anime, when he transformed, he had five, I think it was five floating arms, and he used them to, like, he just shot out the floating arms and, like, tried to strangle Grave, and he held up Grave's one gun arm, so he couldn't shoot, but then Grave, like, tossed the gun to his free arm and then shot Bear Walking, and that was it. That was the most strategy in all the fights. That last arm's always a doozy. Spoilers. Yeah. This is a really annoying fight, because it's really hard to get within range to shoot him. And that's specifically why, because of that shockwave blast that he does. Wow, I've only got 4 demolition shots left. I wasn't keeping track. I'm kind of running out of stuff to say now. Shit! Recover life, now! I'm pretty sure you lose points for that in between levels. I can't remember if you do or not. It would stand to reason that you do. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention about the anime is because it comes out around the same time as Overdose, Sherry and like 1 or 2 other characters who only show up in Overdose are at the very least either shown or referenced in the anime. Meanwhile, like 1 or 2 other characters who only show up in Overdose, but at the very least have like some sort of interconnected backstory with other characters in the franchise, should be mentioned in the anime, but aren't, for some reason. Oh my god, finally! Yeah, so it stands to reason they got a little uncreative with that. They ran out of ideas. No, just give them a death blow. That's all it is. Ballad Birdley just got the bullet dance, so Bear Walken just gets their classic death blow. Nothing special for either of them. When is it said that Grave has amnesia? That's never... They never say that. Also, where did that pool of water come from? Did Bungie just jump to the assumption that Grave has amnesia? Because he didn't have it in the anime. It's never said one way or the other in the game. Grave! That's a Metal Gear Solid reference in case you didn't pick up on that. He's dead, sweetie. Well, you ain't got that many more to lose. It's just Grave. Aw. If only we got to know him a little bit more.